I wanted to give you a little bit more background about file permissions. And the reason I want to do this is because it gets old typing the command Python over and over again, right? You should just be able to run your script directly, it seems like. So that's where permissions come in. And so let's look at our files right now. We can use the long listing command to list the permissions of the file. And so there are 10 spots over here on the left for permissions. The first is really just for directories. If there's a D there, it means it's a directory. If it's a minus, it's a file. Then you have the next 3 positions, positions 2 through 4, are permissions for you, the user. Permissions, the next 3, which are like 5 through 7, are permissions for your group. And the final 3 are permissions for everybody who's not in your group. And so it kind of gives you this way to control permissions for different levels of people you trust. Every file can have read, write, and execute permissions. And so that's what the R, W, and X mean. So these files mean that I have read, write, and execute permissions, but people in my group only have read and execute permissions, and people other than my group only have read and execute. That's good because we want to make sure our script's available to look at and read and execute by others, but we don't want other people saving and overwriting our script. And so that's how we can do it. And so these are the default permissions that Sublime Text uses when it saves a file. But if we make a new file in Unix, so let's go ahead and do that. You can use the touch command to make a new file. So I'll make a new file, and now we'll do ls-l. And we see that Unix actually gives the default permissions read, write for me, and then read only for everybody else, and not execute by default. And so that's a little bit safer. And so the first question we have there is, how do we change permissions? And so the change mod command, chmod, is how you change permissions. And so you can either change for the user, which would be using a U. You can change for the group, which would be using a G, or you can change for others, which would be using an O. So that will help us specifically say who we want to change permissions for, and then we want to change what permission specifically as well. So if I type change mod G plus W primes.py, that says everybody in my group can now write to this file. Okay, so if I do ls-l, you can see it added that W for the group in the permissions. Okay, but I really don't want to do that, so I'm using the up arrow. And so if you want to remove permissions, you use the minus. So G minus W will remove those permissions. Okay, and so you can change all these permissions however you want, using, yourself, user, using the group, G, or using others, plus or minus R, W, and X. I can even prevent myself from reading my own file. So I can say change mod U minus R primes.py. Okay, and now if I try to look at primes.py using the head command, it gives me permission denied. So that kind of sucks. I want to change that back. I want to read my own file. And now I can see it. One other thing you might consider is once you're done with the file and you know you're not going to be editing again, remove write permissions for everybody, even yourself, from it. That way you can't accidentally ruin that file.